here we go. So we're in the Duelist Cup, March 2023 Duelist Cup. So one of the more recent events. This has some of the newer cards in here. As you can see in his hand, he's got the Kurikari, which I've said before. This is a really powerful monster. Basically, every time they activate an effect, basically you're going to be able to tribute that monster, and then this card's going to gain a crazy amount of attack. Now this guy is playing with Drytrons. Um, I really don't like this deck, if I'm being honest. I hate this deck because it puts up an unfair amount of negates. Like, I don't know. To some degree, I feel like you should know how many negates you're facing when you're playing. Like, you should see those negates on field, and the other negates can be hand traps, which is understandable, but to be able to just flat out just negate everything that you can do, and then while you're trying to make plays, they're just gaining more advantage in negates. It's just super annoying. Best way to really play through it is just to kaiju it, but look, he's got Herald of Orange Light in hand. He's it's just unnecessary amount of advantage. He's just going to be able to get to one of his main bosses right here with Herald of Perfection or Herald of Ultimateness, whichever one he goes with. And it's Herald of Ultimateness. So just a crazy number of negates. Hard to play through all of this shit. Then he goes into Herald of Mirage Lights. Uses those two to go into Sprite Elf. Man, this would unfair number of negates. So he's going to activate Beatrice right here to send Eva. Eva is going to allow him to add another Herald of Orange Light to his hand and a Diviner. So even more negates from his hand. Our opponent is going to activate Fallen of Albaz. He has to basically negate this, and then he's going to ensure that it's going to go through by using Super Poly. And then he's going to basically use those two to go into Mirror Jade. And then he's going to activate Sprite Elf right here. Then he's going to chain Mirror Jade to that. And then that's going to get negated. Popping his Mirror Jade. Bringing out Diviner. Now, he didn't actually chain to negate that, which is kind of surprising right there. I would have actually negated that Mirror Jade because you're going to lose your field right here. Then he's going to, let's see what he's doing. Herald of Ultimate is negate that Spring is Kit to keep him from getting any advantage. And then in the end phase, he's going to set his branded in white and his branded banishment. And he loses his field because of the Mirror Jade. Okay. So he's going to activate Jack in hand. Basically giving him one of his cards to start making plays. And he draws into one of his Drytrons. And then he's going to bring out, okay, his branded banishment. Now this one right here is target one fusion monster in your graveyard, special summon it. And then he's going to bring out Mirror Jade, okay. And we are going into the boss monster Drytron, 4,000 attack, okay. And then he's going to activate this to banish it. And because he activated an effect and we still got that Kurikari in hand, that can 100% still make a play. So he's basically just baiting him into using as much as he can on his side of the field first before he really does what he's ultimately, what we kind of know he's going to do. And he does it. He tributes it off to go into the Kurikari. It gains 1,500. And then he just attacks for game. He's been holding on to this, and I've said before, this will be one of the most powerful monsters in the game. That Kurikari card is insane. It can break your boards. You can just force your opponents to just waste up all their effects, and then in the end, right before you enter battle phase, tribute everything they got off. Most players going to be super greedy about getting those effects. They work their ass off to build the board, put those monsters out, so they're going to use those effects, and then you can just tribute all their shit off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. That was an insane game. If you want me to like watch your replays, just send me the link code for the replays, and then I'll just go in and watch it. This particular guy has a bunch of different replays. I just literally went to the just search random players. I went to the Duelist Cup, and I just thought more than likely there will be some pretty good gameplays in there. So I just like to watch replays, so more than likely I'll be going through just watching a bunch of these different replays. But if you think that there's something that is pretty powerful, pretty good, then just let me know. I would love to watch it. If I'm being honest, just put your code there, and I could possibly even watch it on my channel. Um, I knew that the Duelist Cup would be pretty interesting, and I ended up getting a Dry Trans player kind of popped off. He used a lot of cards that I would love to see being used, but I do not like the Herald and the Drytrons. I guess maybe it's just the way that it plays. But yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.